Eliot Ness was an American law enforcement officer who became famous for his efforts in fighting organized crime during the Prohibition era in the United States. Born on April 19, 1903, in Chicago, Illinois, Ness began his career in law enforcement as an investigator for the U.S. Treasury Department's Prohibition Bureau. His work in enforcing alcohol prohibition laws brought him into conflict with powerful criminal organizations, particularly the notorious gangster Al Capone. Ness's most famous achievement was leading a team of agents known as the Untouchables in the fight against Capone's criminal empire in Chicago. The nickname, the Untouchables, was given to Ness and his team because of their reputation for incorruptibility and their refusal to be bribed by the mob. Ness and his team were successful in bringing down Capone and disrupting his bootlegging operations, ultimately leading to Capone's conviction for tax evasion in 1931. After his success in Chicago, Ness went on to serve as the public safety director for the city of Cleveland, Ohio. During his time in Cleveland, Ness continued his crusade against organized crime, targeting gambling and corruption in the city. He implemented a number of reforms to improve the efficiency and professionalism of the police department, earning him a reputation as a tough and effective law enforcement official. Ness's career took a downturn in the late 1930s when he faced allegations of corruption and misconduct. Despite being acquitted of the charges, the scandal tarnished his reputation and led to his resignation from the Cleveland Police Department. Ness struggled to find work in law enforcement after leaving Cleveland and eventually took on a variety of jobs, including working as a consultant for the federal government and as a business executive. In the years following his law enforcement career, Ness struggled with alcoholism and financial difficulties. He attempted to capitalize on his fame by writing a memoir and making public appearances, but he was never able to recapture the success he had enjoyed during his time as a crime fighter. Eliot Ness died on May 16, 1957, at the age of 54. Despite the challenges and controversies that marked his later years, Ness is remembered as a courageous and dedicated law enforcement officer who played a key role in the fight against organized crime in the United States. His legacy lives on in popular culture through books, movies, and television shows that continue to tell the story of his battles against the mob during the Prohibition era.